Hello, mustard seeds. I am.
We are doing it out of order, and you absolutely can't remember. Do I need to write it down?
No. Keep it this way.
Okay.
Hello, mustard seeds. Do not edit this out, please.
This is too much.
I am Gavin Daniels.
And I am Shannon Marie Berry, and welcome to the nest of...
Nope.
Minutes Room of Tranquility. And this is You Know Me.
So,
hey, what's going on?
Yeah, so we are not in our normal room. We're not in the same location as we were for the last thing we filmed and recorded.
No.
If you are
Have
watching...
Pod Will Travel.
Yeah, Have Pod Will Travel. And next week we're traveling again with it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, today we are sitting in the Minutes Room at the North Carolina Annual Conference of the United Methodist Church.
Did
I say that correctly?
You got it all in there, yeah.
There we go. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we're in here recording. And
we have a live studio audience today.
Yep. First, you'll hear us reference that some more.
Lively studio audience.
Yeah. We've got some great guests who are going to join us. Well, a great guest.
Yeah.
And you'll hear us reference it a couple times. We did hit record this go around.
Yeah, we're recording all the way around.
But we're here at the annual conference in Greenville, North Carolina, at the Greenville Convention Center, and we're recording our episode. And I'm going to pretty much kind of turn this over to you and say, and just Shannon Marie, you come to this every year because you are United Methodist clergy.
I am.
You are an elder in full connection in the North Carolina Conference.
Yeah, it took me a while to get here, but yes.
So, well, you only live like 20 minutes.
Took me a while to transition my credentials.
But as we sit here in this space today, I'm going to let you explain to us what annual conference is, because this is my first trip here.
Yeah.
And
well, first of all, welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Glad you could come see how we do it on this side.
Yeah, this has been great.
Of the universe. I've seen your convention 3 years in a row now.
Yeah.
And I thought you might enjoy a look at how other denominations do this work.
I've run into old friends from college.
Yeah.
My
Cousins.
high school English teacher is here. Possible relatives that I've never met before that I've just met.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's been cool meeting some new folks and running into people I haven't seen in 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shannon Marie.
Yeah.
It is time for today's word of the day. We need to get some little jingles or something to push.
Or something like that.
Word of the day.
All right. So our word of the day, as we are at a theological event,
correct,
is epiktasis.
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 Epiktasis. It's spelled Epektasis.
And explain that to our mustard seeds, because it's also been a long time since I have read this word in a theological education class.
So it's from Gregory of Nyssa. Mm-hmm. It's drawn from Paul's straining forward in Philippians 3:13.
Yes.
It names the idea that union with God is not a finishing line, but an endless reaching. The soul forever stretching deeper into an infinite God, never exhausting journey. Perfection on this view isn't arrival, it's perpetual progress. For a Wesleyan, it pairs beautifully with sanctification and going on to perfection.
Yep.
Where Wesley speaks of being made perfect in love, Gregory reminds us that even glory has no ceiling. There's always more of a God to grow into.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, thank
you. The journey never ends. Yeah, thank you. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've heard that word.
So, annual conference, I talk a little bit about it in my Aunt for the Day, and I have no idea how Kit edits this for us, but Kit does. And in the midst of everything, annual conference is a chance where the North Carolina conference runs from like Burlington, North Carolina, straight down. So we don't include Goldsboro or Charlotte. That's the western, not Goldsboro, Greensboro. There we go. Thank you, live studio audience here. The Greensboro.
That'd be like the Vatican, the city.
I know, go
inside the
figure.
city.
So Greensboro and Charlotte, they're all western North Carolina. So that's what a conference, an annual conference for us is,
Yeah.
where you all exist east of 95. Methodism exists all over the world. In this very form of United Methodism, and we have different districts in all of this, and so the districts that come through all make up the annual conference. And I'm a member. Well, I serve the Sound district, so my membership doesn't belong to a church. Like you are what, Oak Grove? Is that what you're member? Elm Grove. There's a lot of grovey things that happen over
it's
in your
weird
world.
because Elm Grove is the church that ordained me, but my ordination sits with the conference, but my membership sits at the church.
Right. So my ordination, my membership, everything is to an annual conference. So I'm never church involved.
Yeah.
Because we don't have that autonomous aspect of things. We work as a connection. You hear connectionalism discussed a whole lot. And so annual conference is the time when we all come together for what we call holy conferencing. And holy conferencing, yes, it includes business. We have resolutions. And I will just say, guys, you haven't seen anything until you watch the youth try to present to the whole of the annual conference how to do Robert's Rules of Order effectively. Yeah, and
Sorry,
sorry,
for
we have-
listeners. There's a TV to my left.
yes,
And I know the guy who's speaking. Sorry.
more people he knows. And so they did a resolution called a hot dog is a sandwich. And what a resolution for us is kind of maybe a social principle or an understanding or something that we, be it resolved, we as a North Carolina annual conference agree to try to do these things well. We've done anything from creation care, like encouraging churches to use. In Patrick's church, they don't use disposable things. Part of their pulling out of a resolution that was given to us. So we have different resolutions that say different things to us, and just to teach us how to do that work well, the youth did a hot dog as a sandwich. It passed. I disagree, but that's not this podcast. So.
I understand the argument, and it's an airtight, solid argument, but I don't know if I agree with it.
I got you. Well, and that's the beauty of United Methodism as well. We have a few things that we are kind of hardcore about. We are hardcore about grace and all the forms of grace, right? We're hardcore about piety and acts of piety and those. But we also know that where two or more are gathered,
there's like 7 opinions.
There's 7, right. And we have learned as a denomination how to hold a whole lot of things like that in tension.
Yeah.
Our general rules, because we have 3 general rules. It's do no harm, do good, and adhere to the ordinances of God, or stay in love with God, is how the tattoo says.
Those are pretty good rules.
They're pretty good rules because, you think about Jesus and Jesus' ultimate commandment, right? Love the Lord your God.
Love your neighbor.
Love your neighbor as yourself. And I think we cover all of that in our do no harm, do good, stay in love with God. So it gives us a chance to, one, see each other.
Yeah.
Because it is kind of a family reunion. And where we as elders itinerate, as local licensed pastors itinerate, we itinerate our senior pastor type clergy, those of us called to order. And when we go through all of that, it gives us a chance to see each other and catch up and those kinds of things. And we see people from the old church we served and that kind of stuff. And we don't do it to argue with one another. So as we do this work, we do worship. We start with worship.
Yeah.
We have moments of worship that gets built in, and not like little worship. We do big worship.
It was what I experienced yesterday. I think the coolest part was the creativity.
Say more.
That was given. So, like, as we were doing communion, the way that the prayers were woven together, the way that
With the music
scripture
and the-
was woven in with the the scripture woven in with the song that was being sung by the praise team.
Right. And then our liturgy,
Yeah, the
our
liturgy.
communion
Yeah.
liturgy,
Yeah, so
working with the praise team.
just the way everything was done yesterday.
And we were served yesterday by our deacons.
Yeah.
And so they are celebrating, while women in ministry in the United Methodist context is celebrating 70 years of ministry, 130 years from our evangelical. We had the group called the EUBs, the Evangelical United Brethren, and they were the United Brethren and the Evangelicals. They were the German-speaking branches of Wesleyan that came together. And the evangelicals were ordaining women for 130 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and we've got 30 years of the Order of Deacon. And the Order of Deacon, the purpose of a deacon in a broad term, and Jennifer can correct me if she disagrees with my statement.
She's part of our live studio audience.
Yeah, she is. So they bridge the church and the world. So their purpose, where a lot of pastors are like in the walls of the church and I take care of the church people, the deacons are the ones that stand beside us elders and go, but the world is beyond these four walls. And they bridge that for us. And it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm very, very thankful.
So there's something on your name tag. I was trying to read it.
Oh, celebrating deacons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then.
Hold that up for the folks.
Yeah. Hey, folks that are watching on YouTube. And then we've got from Cosrow, the General Commission of the Ordination of Women.
Oh, the red
Our
slippers.
red shoes.
Nice.
Because we wear red shoes. I don't have red shoes on today. But, yeah.
Is that why you used to always wear red shoes?
All the time.
Now it makes sense.
Yep.
Not just because you love the Wizard of Oz.
I don't love red. But my red shoes is that symbol of my call to ministry.
We've been working for 2 years together, and now I understand your red shoes.
They are just as important to me as my collar is to me. So we get to do that, and we get to see all the people and be a part of the things. And I have a very different role here with the minutes team and making sure the minutes of the annual conference come out in a timely fashion and those kinds of things. So
at the conference, we worship together.
Yes.
And we've done that.
Yes.
We've reunited with old friends and new, or reunited with old friends united with new, I guess. We've conducted business and resolutions.
We've conducted business. We started some resolutions yesterday, did nominations so far.
We also have a couple of rooms that are set up with display tables for ministries and parachurch groups and all the things, including our work,
it reminds me kind of
why I'm here.
Well, it reminds me of kind of that wall in the back room of the auditorium for you all, where we have all those. But we don't just have our denominations groups here. We invite other groups that are associated with our denomination.
The colleges, both the divinity schools, the undergraduate programs, all the different, like I said, parachurch groups, anybody who's doing work. I've been at the table the last 2 days talking with folks, met several alumni from Mount Olive, met another alum today who's a nursing alum from UMO.
Fun.
And so, that's been cool to connect and to meet with churches, to share the grant work that we do.
Yes.
And yesterday, in that conversation, had an opportunity to meet someone from down in the Whiteville area, and they were sharing their church, Chadburn United Methodist Church, and the work that they do. And as I was explaining what the grant does, she was basically explaining to me, she said, we were trying to figure out, what do we need to do for ministry in our area? And they have a lot of school teachers in their church. And so they went to the principal of the school, and get this, they asked a question.
What do you need?
What do you need? They didn't
decide what they needed?
They didn't.
They went and asked them what they needed?
They went and asked the principal of the school, what do you need?
Wow, that's amazing.
And the principal came back and said, more than anything, we need a washer and a dryer at the school. And this is an elementary school, so not a middle or high school where they're washing sports ball uniforms.
Right.
But a washer and a dryer, because of the impoverished community that they exist in, a lot of the children are coming to school with unclean clothes for whether they. She even mentioned some children who might have, little ones who might have soiled their clothes.
Yeah.
And parents just told them, just turn it inside out.
Yeah.
And so then other kids don't want to play with you when you're sitting in dirty or soiled clothes.
Right.
And through that, they also started some sort of like a clothing closet
Good.
to where these children who don't have access to clean clothes now get to go and pick
What
clean,
they
fresh
want.
clothes
Yeah.
that have been washed at the school.
That's called empowerment.
Yeah, so they wash these clothes at the school, send them
Right.
home with the kids. So now they have fresh, clean clothes to wear. They don't go to school smelling bad or in
Yeah.
old, dirty clothes that they've just
Dignity.
flipped inside out. And the other cool thing, she was saying that it's given the opportunity for where they have the mats for naps.
Oh, yeah.
The teachers were having to take those home and wash
clean
them, and now they get to wash them at the school.
That's fantastic.
And like they had to redo some plumbing and whatnot, but just how that simple act has transformed the children at that school.
Came from the question, what do you need?
So
Now it's time for Gavin's 15. Gavin, what's your 15 today?
So initially, it was going to be about the rain / lack thereof, where we are currently filming, recording. It is raining for the first time in I don't know how long.
A little while. We've had some off and on
But
showers.
the rain reminds me of another storm that has been brewing here lately, and that is just a shout out, a good 15 today to shout out our very own Carolina Hurricanes. As we are now officially in hurricane season.
We are in
The
hurricane,
Hurricanes
like
just
the
had
weather.
the best possible season by clinching the Stanley Cup this past weekend. And not only that, it's just, I'm not even that big of a hockey fan. I'll be honest, I'm a casual. I'll follow, see who's in what place.
Well, in the room we're in, we got a couple people with season tickets.
Yeah.
And in that bigger room over there, there's a whole lot of people with season tickets.
Yeah. I'm not one of those. My friend's daughter used to be a cheerleader for the Hurricanes. So that's like as close as I've ever gotten to season ticket status.
Okay.
And that just came with a one-game perk that we got to go to. But just how cool it is for the state of North Carolina, where we have so many college teams, and not just good college programs in athletics.
Sure.
Across the state, where we get into rivalries, and sometimes it's taken too far over the top. But this is one time that the entire state comes together. And again, not a huge hockey fan. It's fun to watch, fun to cheer for. But sitting on the couch at like 11:15, 11:30, whenever the Hurricanes won, I was just like, this is really dadgum cool for our state to be able to we're a small market when it comes to professional sports, which means we don't have the biggest following and fan base.
Sure.
We don't get the best.
We have college. We have
Yeah.
college sports.
But to be a small market team and to win at such a large scale, I would be lying if I said that I shed a tear. Well, I wouldn't be lying if I said I shed a tear, because I did. Like one little one of happiness
little tiny
for
one.
the state of North Carolina, the state that I love. And
I love that Governor Stein put on social media the
a mandatory holiday.
please excuse this employee because they're
Yeah.
celebrating a little too hard.
Yeah, so it's been fun to follow that journey, to see the way people have come together over it, to have friends who have been at all the tailgates and all the games and all the things like that, and just to see it for a town and a city that was written off for having professional sports.
Sure.
And so yeah, it's been a cool week. So my 15 is the rain today, but how the rain has come with the storm of a Stanley Cup victory.
I love it. Very good. Very good.
And to think, like, oftentimes when we do these projects in churches, and it's what my grant narrative is focused on, but when we do these projects, we see so often it's we gotta do the same thing that's always been done,
Right.
or if it's not a clothes closet or a soup kitchen or
Right.
some sort of whatever it may be, like going and doing a Bible school or whatever that may be in a community, then we can't do it. But
Right,
sometimes
right,
it's
right,
as
right.
simple as purchasing a washer and a dryer for a school so that children can have a little sense of dignity and bridge that gap between the world and the church.
Right. All because you asked somebody what they needed.
Yeah. So when she was telling me that yesterday, I had chill bumps and like was getting really pumped. Hopefully get a chance to do some work with them maybe in
That
the
would be
future.
great if we could bring them.
But to be able to hear that story and just realize like this is what it means for the church to be the church and to go to the people.
Right. Right. I'm going to die. We may be sound only.
It's okay. Y'all, it's been a fun time recording. So we've recorded everything kind of out of order.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon Marie did an entire interview while I was talking to a student, a prospective student, and I came in for the last 2 minutes of the interview and realized we didn't record the thing, so we had to
Yeah,
re-record
and now
the
I
whole
don't think the
thing.
video has even shown us. I might be able to pull something, but I'm not real sure at this point. Anyway, we may have a sound only situation.
It's okay. We can just put our faces up. Let's smile.
God help us, Jesus, take the wheel. All right, anyway.
Hey, but this is the beauty of what we get to do.
This is what happens when we're traveling, half pod will travel.
Yeah.
So, well, I think that just kind of covers the long and the short of why we're here.
Yeah. Tell me, so far, I know you shared that experience earlier, or that you'll share it with. I think
Whenever.
it was in your aunt or your today. Favorite part so far this year? Go.
Of this annual conference?
Yeah.
Setting in worship with everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, that really is fantastic.
What was it like? Not just sitting in worship with everybody, but being led in worship by your son.
That's fun.
Yeah.
And that really and I think that's what I love about the United Methodist Church is we really do lean into our laity, and it's about empowering laity. I always say that my job in this world is to work myself out of a job.
Yeah, that's every pastor should be doing that.
My job is to work myself out of a job. The only thing that they should ever truly need me for is to bless the elements at communion and to baptize.
Yeah.
And I just love the empowerment of other people to do that work really well. And I really love, like, our altar this year looks really good, and a lot of good stuff. And we've worked out some kinks. We've had some change in like back room people that no one would know if you didn't know. But I think that has definitely been an interesting way to help us move forward in the work that we're doing. So, yeah. Well, and I love the minutes room. I love these guys. And you finally got to meet all the people.
Yeah,
in my
all the people
universe.
I've heard you talk about for a couple of years.
Yeah,
Again, the minutes room is not a place where I would ever choose to exist.
I know.
This is not my jam.
I know.
But I'm thankful for those who it is their jam, whatever flavor it may be.
Jen, what flavor jam? Blueberry.
Smart. Mark.
Schnozberry. Who's ever heard of a schnozberry? So yeah, it takes a different mindset to do the back stuff that people don't realize is happening.
Yeah. Shannon Marie, it is time for your What's your today?
It's not a negative. That sound always sounds like it's going to be so negative. It is not negative.
So does that mean that sound, maybe even when it's not negative, it still gets your attention?
Well, it does, because as Roberta is riding down the road, it shuts our door and keeps us safe.
Yeah.
So,
and just like the ant gets your attention,
it does.
This one today can get your attention too,
Absolutely,
right?
Yes. So my ant today is holy conferencing. And the idea of holy conferencing.
Explain.
So I've attended your convention. That was the one that happened in May, right? Where all the clergy and laity came together. We, as United Methodists, have not just a day of coming together and only doing business. We have several days with lots of production. I mean, you've seen the back end of it and side end of it and the round end of it and the upside down end of it. And my role here with this beautiful group of conference secretarial staff and minutes team is to help write the minutes to the annual conference. And I love that opportunity. But we come into this space, laity and clergy, there's a one-for-one situation. So for every ordained or appointed clergy, so like a local licensed pastor. So elders and deacons are ordained, and we keep our ordination until we die. Local licensed pastors are licensed only while they're serving church. But for any clergy, ordained clergy or licensure, there's always one person, one laity for every clergy. Now, if you look at the numbers, there's more laity here than clergy because some of our clergy are in nursing homes or whatever and not able to be in this space with us. And there's still laity for them. That's lay equalization plan. But we all one-to-one come in for this time of holy conferencing along with guests.
Yeah.
Display people and just fans and family. And so for the week, we're going to do business. But before we even touched business yesterday, what did we do?
Worship.
Did we do little worship or big worship?
Big.
It was big worship. And I just because I'm mom.
Yeah, watching your kid up there. That was
Birdie up on the stage playing bass. That kid.
It's everything you want to see in a bass player.
It really is. And our theme this week is serve joyfully.
Yeah.
And so this act of holy conferencing where all of us are in and we all sing, "And Are We Yet Alive?" It's a good Wesleyan tune. Just to be in that place, because there's a lot of us. And I leaned over to you during worship yesterday. And as much as we joke, and Dr. Krum and I joke about OFWB, and he's like always asking me, when am I going to be OFWB? That is why I can't be OFWB.
Yeah.
Because you get all of us in that room together and you know the Spirit of the Lord is with us.
Yeah. Well, and I think the thing that's been most impressive for me has been the number of youth.
Oh gosh,
who are here.
Our youth, we have youth delegation.
Yeah, and I just think that's
on purpose,
and
and they
it's not
have their
just-
own thing.
Yeah. So for me, that's been really cool and really encouraging to see for the life of the church.
Yeah.
That you have young people who are invested and interested, and as I don't know where this falls with our interview with Tyler, but just the fact that at this conference having the opportunity to talk with prospective students who are looking at colleges and to be able to share about UMO
Yeah.
with prospective students
Yeah.
who are here not just because their parents made them, but because they are here as part of the delegation to do the work of the church.
Yeah.
And that's been really cool for me to see as an outsider.
Yeah. So I'm going to just stop it there because I know we're going to talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
But just to kind of finish my segment,
Yeah.
holy conferencing.
This is more of a
Hey, mustard seeds! It's Shannon Marie and
Gavin.
today we are meeting with Tyler Daniels as part of this episode of You Know Me. And Tyler, we've brought on because we have asked him to come talk about his time at the University of Mount Olive, his interesting family connection to the school, and how on earth did UMO help shape a UMC clergy person?
Yeah.
So, Tyler, how on earth did you get to the University of Mount Olive?
So I was called in 2011, and not long after that, I ran away from that call for a little while.
I think most of us do. Any good clergy?
Thank you.
Or walk fast.
Absolutely not. But I ended up speaking to mom and dad, and they said, well, none of the family's ever gone to Mount Olive. And I said, okay.
So why is that weird for your family?
I don't know. I do know. It's weird because my great-grandparents gave the first endowment for the Moy Library, which is kind of cool.
We have royalty here today,
Yes,
everyone.
Yes. I got zero inheritance from that, just so everyone knows.
Did you get free use of the books?
I did get to read the books for free.
That was
Yes,
lovely.
That was great.
So good.
And there's okay, so I have forgotten this. So when you first walk into the library, you'll see the man and the lady.
Yeah.
That's them.
Now I'm going to have to go and be
That's my
like, Tyler, grandparents,
And
Tyler,
so
grandparents.
it's like the Mona Lisa, and every time you walk in, I was like, they're
Does she
judging
smile
me.
or no?
No. They're like
no
slowly
smile.
judging you as you walk by.
Did you ever know them?
No. They were gone way before me.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. So your time at UMO happened at an interesting transition for UMO, right?
Yes.
When you entered into the school, were you a first career or second career kind of guy at this point?
This would have technically been a second career because I had started in construction management in Greenville. Yeah.
At Pitt Community College,
that's right.
where why on earth would a pastor need to know about construction management?
That's right.
But in Eastern North Carolina,
Well, Jesus was a carpenter.
well, okay, that's a good one too. But in Eastern North Carolina and in the United Methodist Church, we have the United Methodist Committee on Relief, and we have all of our disaster response teams. I bet you're really handy for that.
I am the disaster coordinator for the Harbor District. There you go.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
I didn't even know this,
Yes.
and now I know. This is fantastic. I am not. I'm just the disaster that makes it all happen.
Yes.
That's what I'm here for.
Also. Yeah.
You know, you clean up a lot of disasters.
Yeah. Yep.
So you've come to UMO because you had a call to ministry. So please tell us, especially for the people who may have a heart for UMO's Christian Studies department, who were your professors?
Oh my gosh. The lineup. Dr. Hines, of course.
Yeah.
Legend.
Love him.
Dr. Tiana Yonkers.
Dr.
Legend.
Yonkers, shout out.
Dr. Chris Skinner.
Dr. Skinner. Okay.
And Dr. Hollis Phelps.
Okay, then.
Was Dr. Cox not there yet?
He came in that year. I think he came in that year I was leaving.
So you just never
Okay.
you never
I
had
think
him
so.
as a professor. Oh my gosh. Well, you
He was
missed
just-
out.
he was
He's
just
really
getting started.
good. He's really good.
He was just getting started.
Yeah, but Dr. Yonkers.
Oh.
So is she your United Methodist connection?
She wasn't.
No.
No, but we
But she's a really good, spiritually grounded kind of human, isn't she?
that was the most formative, I would say, is that the spirituality aspect from Dr. Yonkers. I mean, just the goat. She really is.
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
is.
even going to Duke Divinity School, she is.
So you've gone to UMO and got your undergrad in religion, and I'd never had an undergrad in religion, and I just walked straight into theological education at a master's
Right.
level.
Oh my gosh.
Which was insanity because I had no clue what I was doing half the time. So how did you find that transition from this OFWB school to Duke? Were you allowed? Yeah, allowed. Were you allowed to lean into your Wesleyan roots for that?
For sure. They gave me a lot of space, and they knew that I was starting the process. There was a lot of, "Are you sure you don't want to
You sure you
be-"
don't? It sounds like Dr. Kroom on a regular
Yeah,
basis.
Are you sure?
We're gonna make an OFWB out of you. Yeah.
So
yeah.
So there was a lot of that, but it was all in good fun, I think,
Good.
because they allow me to really explore my faith and ask a lot of questions.
Sure.
Because I had grown up in youth group, but then went to Bojangles before Big Church started. So yeah. So I had never hardly cracked open a Bible
Wow.
before going
Okay.
to UMO.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they walked you through it, and they did it so well
they
for
did it
you.
well.
That's
Very well.
fantastic. So I know that you had to graduate from UMO. Which did you do the practicum in ministry? Did you do the SRP? What did that final project look like for you?
SRP. Oh.
Or was
my
was the
gosh.
practicum in existence at that point?
It wasn't.
Okay,
Just
so your
SRP.
senior research
Oh my
project.
Gosh. Straight up.
What
SRP.
was that topic?
It was John Wesley, Christian Perfection. Yeah.
How many
Yeah.
pages did that have to be for you?
Oh my gosh, it was probably over 100.
Really? Wow.
How about you? Have you ever written on Christian perfection before?
So yes, I have. Because this is the second time we're doing this interview now. Well, I don't know.
Tell us more.
I don't know if if the introduction will make it into the episode, but Shannon Marie and Tyler did this whole interview.
We did this whole thing.
With no recording, and I came in at the end and told this story. But as an OFWB, I went to Methodist University and got my undergraduate in religion there, and wrote a paper my senior year in our American Religious Thought class on Wesleyan perfectionism. And yeah, so
Well, there you go.
So
I mean, this is why I
the-
can have good conversations.
Mine was
with
only
him.
like 12 pages of.
Oh,
I would say he's a hair's breadth from Methodism.
well, and again, come on over. We are very accepting.
There's too many hurdles to jump.
There are a
And
lot
I
of
tried
hurdles.
jumping hurdles in middle school
No,
track,
honestly,
and it didn't work.
there are. It is definitely, I think, and that leans into John Wesley and Charles Wesley's desire for their clergy to be educated humans, to make sure that there is grounded theology, biblically, just a good, strong understanding of context. How many times do we say in our classes, context, guys?
Yeah.
Context, context,
Please,
context.
for God's sake, context.
Yes, because it can be taken out of context so often. And unfortunately, we're seeing that in another denomination right now that has just, as we are celebrating as Methodists, 70 years of ordaining women in ministry.
Yes.
Praise be that I have a safe place to serve and I don't have to go and convince anybody of my ability or worthiness. I really do appreciate how that context is better understood in order to not be that barrier.
That's right.
Because we take two words written by Paul, maybe,
Yes.
because that's in question, and that gets turned upside down.
That's right.
And changes everything. But that's why, to me, in my experience at UMO, and not just as a professor of 2 classes, but Neil Cox, who's doing the lion's share of this work, good, strong, contextual theology work, in what that means. So.
And who was the first one to spread the gospel?
Mary Magdalene.
Correct. So there you go.
Well, and talking about context, because of the time you were at Mount Olive, I have heard other pastors from other denominations make the comment that there was no better school to prepare you to go do your MDiv than in the state of North Carolina than Mount Olive's religion department, now Christian Studies department. And so to hear you say you went from UMO to Duke in that preparation level, I'd be lying if I said you're the first person who said that it was the best place to go.
Yeah.
And now one thing we talked about too is when you came to Mount Olive, what was it called?
Mount Olive College.
Do you remember the jingle? Mount Olive College.
Yeah.
Your future starts today.
Yes. Yes.
I've never heard this.
Well, you weren't living in North Carolina. At
Clearly,
that point.
Jennifer and Grayson were not marketing.
It was on every TV commercial, radio ad on 94.7 QDR, Mix 101.5.
Oh my gosh. Guys, I wish you all could see
do
what's
too.
happening in the room right now. It looks like the gemstones have shown up at worship, baby.
Well, and so it started out as Mount Olive College and
Yes.
became University of Mount Olive when?
In 2014,
When you were,
graduating.
Yeah.
so you're the first graduating
first
class
class,
of the
yeah.
University of Mount
That's right.
Olive.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yep.
I love it so
Yeah.
much.
It's
So-
really cool.
Do share with me, what is your fondest memory of your time at UMO?
Sure. So again, as Gavin said, this is my second time sharing this.
Tyler, this is why you are such a great person and human in my universe.
Well,
Thank
the best
you.
is I missed the entirety of that first interview.
Well, good. Well,
Yeah,
here
so
we
now
go.
you
So I preached my first sermon at the chapel, right there, center campus. I just remember walking and under those beautiful trees and walking through those front doors, scared to death. My whole family's there, including my grandfather, Dr. Moy, and his wife Betty, my grandmother, and that was the only sermon he ever saw me preach. He passed away not long after that. Wow. And so just I have a picture with my mom and dad, my grandparents and me, and you can see the Moy Library in the background of that first sermon there.
Yeah.
And I have it.
I
have it in my office. Me too. I have it in my office.
Wonderful. Even though you've told the story twice, it's so good to hear.
I had forgotten about the picture.
Well, now
So
we
they
we added that. We got the
part.
better
Yeah,
version.
that's
Thank
right,
you.
that's
Y'all,
right.
Mustard seeds, y'all
Yeah.
got lucky.
Y'all got lucky.
Had
we
the chapel
practiced.
renovations happened yet?
They hadn't.
Okay.
It was the
That was the
been back
old
since?
chapter.
I've only ridden past it.
Oh my gosh, Tyler, you need to come visit us.
It is hard.
We'll take you to lunch.
It's really hard to go back.
Is it?
That just not to get somber, but
No, please,
that
go.
entire generation is gone.
Yeah, they are.
And my grandmother passed in April on my wedding day.
Oh.
And it was difficult.
Sure.
And so just there's so many memories there of going with family when they would have an event. I remember as a kid, I have a picture when I was probably 4 or 5 with my brother and sister standing on the steps at Moy Library.
Oh,
So-
wow.
I would invite you when your heart is ready.
Yeah,
Come up. Let us show you
love to.
around to the new space.
I'd love to.
My office is where Tyana's office
Okay.
is.
Okay.
My office
And
is
he is
where
David
Hines'
Hines'
Oh
office.
my gosh,
is, so-
y'all got some big shoes to fill.
Well, luckily Tyana's not so
David-
big, so
David's
it's
about my
easier to
size.
do. Yeah.
She is tiny. That's right. That's right. She had very small shoes.
But gosh, we would love to just
love
kind
that.
of show it to you
Yeah,
and let
yeah.
you breathe and
Sure.
and take in that space and get a
We'll
picture.
take you to Grounded and Baked, our unofficial,
our
not
unofficial,
sponsor.
yeah.
What is this?
It's a coffee shop bakery.
and
Oh my
bakery.
God, that wasn't there.
And they have ice cream and acai bowls there now.
What's the place down? Is it Ribeyes?
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
take
is
you
it
to
still
Ribeyes
there?
for lunch.
Oh my God.
They're like
Yeah.
3 buildings down.
So good.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
good.
it's wonderful.
Shout out to Ribeyes.
So no, honestly, we would love to have you come and
Sure.
and see. We'll get you pictures by your great grandparents.
Creepy eyes. The creepy eyes.
Well, and so Tyler, the reason I missed the first interview that doesn't exist is I was at our booth table,
Yep.
talking with a prospective student
Yeah.
and who's interested in psychology
Mm-hmm.
at wherever school, but trying to steer her towards UMO now. And in talking with not just her, but if you were to talk to her later today or any other students, why would you tell someone to go to Mount Olive?
I would say it's the small feel, and it's the same way I feel about the church, and not to put down mega church, but like at Wrightboro, for instance, I know everyone's name,
Yes,
I know their story,
yes,
right? And that's the same with Mount Olive.
yeah.
You know, is you have a chance to talk to professors. You're not a number. People know you. They want to know your story.
And if you're
they wanna
not
see you
there,
succeed.
they're going to know you're not there because
Correct,
not because like, but honestly, as a professor,
Yeah.
because I'm
Realize it.
concerned about you.
Yeah.
If you are not in class, I am concerned about your health and
Yeah.
well-being.
Yeah. I have a funny story for y'all. Speaking of,
Go.
and this was not in the first one.
I know.
So I don't know if
See,
any
this
of our
is
listeners.
why we had to do the second one.
I don't know if any of our listeners or anyone else here knows what Bell's palsy is.
Yes.
Okay. So while I was at Mount Olive, I woke up one morning and my whole face was drooping,
Oh wow.
and I didn't know what was going on. And so I had Dr. Skinner's class that morning, and I walked in and he went, "Oh my Lord." And I was like, "Is it that bad?" He said, "You need to go to the hospital." And at that point, I didn't know what Bell's palsy was. I
Right.
thought I was
Like a stroke
essentially
or
having
something?
a stroke,
Yeah.
right? And so just that's just a funny tidbit was I wasn't in this massive room where the professor wouldn't
I had
have
no
seen my
idea.
face,
Yeah.
right?
Where were your classes in the?
In the
Henderson building?
Henderson building.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So that's just kind of a funny story, but
That's crazy.
I have
And
No,
lived
but
through-
that's the
You're
truth
okay though,
of
right?
that.
Oh yeah. I'm
Well, I
fine,
mean,
I'm
he
fine.
smiles and it's even, so.
Almost. It did a little bit of damage, but almost.
But you know, I was talking with another then Mount Olive College, when it was a junior college.
Yeah.
Mount Olive Junior College.
Class of 77 yesterday.
Ooh,
And
they graduated before I was born.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. He was telling me that just how fond he holds the school and how he continues to read his UMO Today magazines and all those.
Still get them?
But he made one statement. He said, I knew I had a call to ministry, and Mount Olive helped me understand that.
Fantastic.
And so if I was like, oh, if there's any one thing I can hang my hat on, like hang the hat of our Christian Studies department on, it would be that statement.
Well, what's interesting is that I was working through my calling at that time, and hearing, "Are you sure? Are you sure you're called?" And that is extremely formative, because when someone tells me that they are now called, I say the same thing. Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Because if you're not, you need to be sure.
My question is that I ask students is there anything else in this world you could be doing?
That's exactly right. Yeah. Are you sure?
Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart, is
No.
it?
I
It
was
is not.
never asked that question, but another pastor right before I got married told me, I want to meet your fiance. I want to take you and your fiance out to eat so I can try to convince her not to marry you. I said, why would you do that? He said, because if I can convince her, then you don't need to be married. And I was like, I guess that's kind of true.
That is true.
So that's a
That is
parallel
true.
story.
Fair.
That is true.
Fair.
We are married, though, so
Good,
it worked
good.
out well.
Good.
So, well, Tyler, thank you so much
Absolutely.
for doing this
Absolutely.
twice around.
Of course.
All right. Now it's time for Will It Mustard. Gavin, you were in charge of finding the mustard thing today, weren't you?
I was, and this is our 10th episode, and this is my first time getting to
Getting to
mustard.
mustard, I know.
Because we have Podville travel. Didn't bring fancy mustards, and we didn't bring
fancy mustard.
a surprise snack. I pulled some.
Well, there's
snacks.
a lot of
Yeah, we got a cart full of snacks. It's like a cornucopia.
a cornucopia of
That could have been our
snacks.
word too.
Would have been a great word, cornucopia.
But on our table for the UPP, we have all the snacks, and so I grabbed some veggie straws,
What flavor?
ranch veggie straws. These were there was a couple of options, and we chose ranch because of your lovely friend Jen.
Because of my friend Jen.
Yeah, I
Does
said,
that mean I
Jen.
need to get her to step in here real quick and
Yeah,
do this with
Jen,
us?
come on over here and mustard with
Jen,
us.
come
You were a part of
introduce
this.
yourself to everyone. She's got to read it.
But we did this. I said, which one should we use, cheddar or ranch?
Oh God.
And she said ranch. So I grabbed this bag of veggie straws, one of my daughter's favorite snacks, and then
Mine too.
This cup, this Eco Products cup. Look at this fancy cup.
It has a lovely cup of what's
Has some for the camera. You can see the French's mustard in the bottom. Because we didn't bring our own mustard bottles with us, I had to go to the concession stand. And I looked at the guy. I said, "Hey, I got a weird request." He said, "What you got, my guy?" I said,
Can I get some?
"You got some packs of mustard." He said, "No, we don't." I said, "Well, do you have a cup? Because I see the mustard bottle over there, and I need to put some mustard in a cup." He's like, "What for?" I said, "Well, we have a podcast, and we eat random foods with mustard as a
I
joke."
do.
And so I went to, it looks like the hot dog table, maybe.
Yeah, that's probably what
'Cause
it
they
is,
sell
like
hot dogs over there.
the
So
concession
for the
stand.
condiments, guy beside me was whipping up a cup of coffee. And I grabbed a bottle of mustard, and I just gave it a good squeeze to the bottom of the cup, as you can see. So our cup runneth over, but not with mustard today.
Bless.
So this morning we're going to here's what I'm going to suggest.
Okay.
We need to get a couple of colors of veggie straws because they're each different flavors.
Okay.
And yep.
What about the red ones? Are we just going to do the yellow and
they're
green?
orange.
Oh, they're orange. I need an orange one then?
Find you an orange one. We're going to dip all three flavors of veggie straws.
All three flavors
Oh,
at once?
I thought so.
he was playing
Again,
some
we're
peppermint. We're in a live studio audience
we're
today, gang.
recording in front of a live studio audience, and they were passing peppermints
Peppermints
down
in
the
this
table.
direction. I was like, no.
And I thought that, hey, I don't know your name.
This is Ann.
Ann, I thought Ann was about to. Nice to meet you, Ann. I thought Ann was about to dip a peppermint in some mustard. I mean, you want?
You want a peppermint mustard?
Okay.
Okay.
It'll freshen your breath and relieve any cramps caused by
running.
dehydration
You're running
and
cramps.
running. This may be our
We're
best
off the
segment
rail
yet.
like a crazy.
So
train.
today, I'll take the first dip.
Okay, please.
Whoever dips in the cup with me.
The cup in which you're handing over right now. Oh no, that's too much. Okay.
Here's the thing. I've never even had the ranch veggie straw, so I'm jazzed for this.
I'm so glad you're jazzed.
I'm like the Germans coming to the World Cup and discovering ranch for the first time.
trying to take it home in their bags.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, please don't do that.
Yeah. So
Right.
to ranch zesty
Zesty
ranch.
ranch.
Can't forget the adjectives. Zesty ranch,
Cheers.
veggie straws and mustard. Cheers.
There's a lot of mustard flavor. There's absolutely no ranch flavor.
That's why you got to grab a couple more like I'm doing.
No. That was a vessel for mustard.
It wasn't bad. We probably put too much mustard on it.
We should have just dipped.
But the ranch veggie straws are great. Like, it's not a bad flavor.
No, the veggie straw is a decent flavor.
Maybe I should have done like 6 veggie straws.
Now we need to get like a coffee and drink.
Oh, no, that's horrible. That always burns my tongue.
All right.
I got to get my water.
So let me ask the question. Veggie straws, zesty ranch. Will it mustard?
Yes.
Sure.
Should it? I don't know.
Maybe not.
But it does mustard.
I wonder if it would ketchup. It would be like a French fry.
I don't know. I mean, do you want me to get the ketchup bottle?
No. No.
Ooh, yeah.
That was good.
So now that we have discussed all the things annual conference,
Yeah.
Mustard Seeds, thank you for joining us. And
Yes.
today we're going to close a little bit differently than we normally do.
Absolutely.
And what is this phrase that we're using today?
So, the United Methodist Church always has, from our Council of Bishops, kind of a focus phrase. And a lot of people probably know the open doors, open hearts, open minds. United Methodist Church.
That's what I know from my time in undergrad.
Right. It has recently changed. And we've got 3 phrases put together. And that's what we're living into now.
So, Mustard Seeds, today we implore you to
Love boldly, serve joyfully, and lead courageously.
See y'all next time.
Bye.